Accountability within, and I'll come at it from the aspect of being a man, right? Like as men, a lot of times we aren't accountable within our relationships because as friends or as brothers, we'll say, "Oh, you're a grown man. You're on your own."
Mm-hmm.
What the? That joint bit me. Yo, these flies are getting risky, bro. What the heck? I think as a man, oftentimes we will say, like, if our friend is messing up or like if we're not happy with someone's decision or if they wrong us, we're like, well, you're a grown man, you'll figure it out. Like, I shouldn't have to tell you or remind you, you're a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you relinquish your responsibility as a brother when you say that, because as brothers, you know, I am my brother's keeper, the reminder benefits the believer, that sort of deal. It's like, you have to put your friends in the right mind. You got to put your friends in check sometimes to say like, yo, fam, like that's not right. Or fam, you need to chill out. Or fam, you're doing a lot. You're moving in a destructive way. And so when I look at accountability, I think accountability within a relationship, a friendship, a brotherhood, sisterhood means that sometimes you have to say the things that someone doesn't like, but you know deep down that you're not doing it out of jealousy. You're doing it out of straight up love. I think hating is when you put someone down and you discourage them from something. So like you call them out on something when it's not necessarily warranted. So it isn't, there's no end goal with it. You're really just doing it to discourage them from doing something that maybe they like to do and they might not be good at, or maybe something they're good at, you just don't want them to thrive. But holding someone accountable and you being responsible to your friends is a completely different story, because as a friend, as a brother, and I'm not talking about, you know, the cliche like, yo, we're brothers in Islam or sisters in Islam. I'm talking about like people that you like really genuinely care about and know. It's like, yo, fam, like do better, bro. Cause you messing up and you're going to F up your life if you keep moving the way you're moving. And you're going to F up our friendship if you keep moving the way you're moving. So yeah,
I like that, cause it goes back to the intent, right? What is my whole reason here, right? Is it to help this person? Is it to bring them down? But what comes to mind is that if you're telling me the truth about myself and you're trying to help me, why does it hurt? Why does it suck? Why do we not like that?
Bro, people aren't self-aware. So if you're telling me a truth about myself, right? But I don't know that that's an evident truth about myself, I'm going to take it as one, either you're hating or you don't want me to be happy. And the truth is uncomfortable sometimes. Like, if you're like, bro, you're a horrible friend. You're like, nah, you just saying that because you like, but the truth is objective sometimes. If you come to me and say, yo, bro, like, you real disrespectful, and I'm like, I'm not. Well, I can't say that I'm not, because for some reason, in your perspective, you're saying that I'm disrespectful. So I got to look back and go, okay, why are you saying that? How did I do that? And then we had to come to an understanding. There's this story that I love. I read this book when I was on hiatus for a while, right? It's called Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. Amazing book. And there's this point in there where these two Nigerian guys or Ghanaian guys, or I can't remember where they're from, but the two African guys are arguing over this woman who is a prostitute. And one of them saying like she can make her own decisions. The other one saying that like, no, she's a Muslim, like she shouldn't be doing this sort of thing, yada yada yada. So they're going back and forth, and then Matthew McConaughey is like, well, I agree with this guy, like she shouldn't be doing that. And the guy stops and starts busting him out. And he's like, yo, like I thought I was on your side. I was saying you were right. He said, it's not about who's right. We're not saying who's right. It's, do you understand? And the only way you can understand somebody is if the two people engaged have a level of self-awareness of themselves and the other person, where they can say, yo, get where I'm coming from. It's not personal. This is where I come from. That's where you come from. And as long as we have the understanding, we're good.
And you also have, in order to understand somebody, you have to be willing to listen.
Yeah.
So if I'm not willing to listen to you, because I've done it, I'm not perfect. Somebody could be telling me the truth and I act like I'm listening to them, but I'm really not. I'm just like, yeah, whatever you say. You can tell when somebody's actually absorbing the information, opening up, or they're just closing you off. At that point, you're literally just talking to a wall.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But they may be upset, but a few words you said may stick with them. That's what I've seen. Whether people decide to take action or not, every time somebody tells them something about themselves, something does stick with them. You feel me? But the only problem is that the information that stuck with them, are they willing to take action on it? That's the biggest thing. Yeah. They may not take action today. They may change tomorrow. They may change it in a year. But we all know, for the most part, what we should be doing.
But when is enough enough, right? Let's say you have a friend that...
Talking about like how many chances?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I guess you can say how many chances, right? When is it enough? When you are continuously telling somebody like, bro, like you need to be better at this, or you need to stop doing this because you're hurting yourself.
So I'll tell you a story about Pete Carroll. Everybody knows who Pete Carroll is. He is one of the top. He was one of the top football coaches for the NCAA. Now he is the coach for the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he was also the coach for USC. They asked him. He said, if a player needs help, do you give him a bone? Do you give him a first chance? Do you give him a chance? He's like, yes. He said, okay. Do you give him a second chance? Yes. Do you give him a third chance? Yes. Do you give him a fourth chance? Do you give him a fifth chance? He said, no. He said, there's only so many times where I can give them a lifeboat or help, but it comes to the point where I just have to let them drown. Right? And the guy asked him, don't you think that's kind of cruel? Well, he has 6 chances. Right? And I was willing to be there for him and give them my all. But after so many chances, not only do I lose respect for them, they lose respect for themselves. So he's like, if you want to get to that top level, that's just how it works. Plus, the only person that's going to keep giving you chances over and over like that is God. That's it.
Yeah.
You feel
Even
me?
your mama going to run out of patience.
Right? That's just how human beings, that's how we are in nature. So yes, there is a point. There is a boundary. So if anybody's listening and you have friends or family, anybody that you give them 1,000 chances, don't feel bad if you tell them no. All right? Don't feel bad if you tell them like, yo, I can't help you. And that's what you used to tell me, bro. Like, you can't help everybody. You can't save everybody. Because if you try to save somebody that's drowning, they're going to drown you.
They're going to pull you down.
They're going to pull you down. And they're not going to feel bad about it whatsoever.
That's my fam. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching the clip from this excellent episode. If you guys loved it, make sure you guys go and subscribe. So over in this area. And if you guys want to watch more of these clips and full-length videos, you can go right over here. Alright. So,
watch the video.